This is inverted vitrectomy. Managing PVR retinal detachment with ILM Peel under liquid perfluorocarbon. The patient is phakic and had a pretty clear lens. A left superior retinal detachment was approached. The retina was shortened secondary to PVR Proliferative Vitreoretinopathy, as you see here. Even though we tried to avoid peripheral vessels, some might have been caught, generating this mild vitreous hemorrhage, just halted with some IOP elevation. Because a bit more of relief retinotomy was planned, endocautery was used so as to make it feasible to perform. Retina was then unfolded, and a subretinal vitrectomy was carried out, aiming to get rid of any loose RPE cells that could possibly contribute to any additional and later PVR formation. So the retina turned mobile and more likely to attach in the incoming steps of the surgery. Time now for an AFX, air fluid exchange, and make the eye fundus as dry as possible. Retina memory was probably unavoidable, so we had to unfold the retina towards its anatomic position with gentle movements, stretching it out, being careful not to rotate it. The macula looked pretty good, and the air helped keeping it still with its surface tension. Brilliant blue was then injected in the macular area. So after fluid was back in, the retina got this bluish tint, pretty much what we needed, aiming for a good ILM peeling. Perfluorocarbon liquid was injected on the macular surface, weighing on the retina and attaching it thoroughly. PFC should be poured very slowly to avoid it going to the subretinal space, and you may observe here it opening up the peripheral retina and attaching it up to the periphery. A small tiny ILM cleavage was then performed, and we got an edge so as to peel the ILM freely, getting it from the same point the peel was stopped and rotating the tissue around the foveal area, extending it even more peripherally. We could do it several times, and it is understandable how good is PFC weighing in on retina, making a pretty stable peeling, in this case like peeling an onion in a circular fashion. The wide peel will help in avoiding any contraction from the ILM and even ILM remnants that could be left on the macula, thus making it more unlikely to allow cell proliferation on the peeled area. Endolaser was the next step of the surgery. We did it 360 degrees and the retina was attached and very stable. A direct PFC for silicone oil was then carried out, and as you can see, the lens was clear at all times. We appreciate your attention.